Good morning, everyone. Now, beginning with a new topic, that is old and new religions, right? We are seeing a transition of history from 700 AD to 1700 AD to 1750 AD, right? In these durations, a lot of invaders have come to India. There were rulers of the Indian origin as well. There were there was the religion which has originated in India, and there was the religion which was brought, right, by the invaders to India. The culture which was brought by the invaders, right? The culture which was brought by the people who had come from a foreign land and ruled India. So, what old religion was existing in India and what new religion had come to India? We'll be talking about this, right? The duration from 700 AD to 1750 AD. Now, people's belief in the divine was sometimes deeply personal, but more usually it was collective, right? Collective means, people, like a group of people, right? It was a collective belief. It was not one person's belief, but it was the belief of the entire community or the entire village. So collective belief in a supernatural agency, it is called religion, was often closely connected with the social and economic organization of local communities. Some of the changes in Hinduism were the worship of new deities, the construction of temples by royalty, and the growing importance of Brahmins, the priest, as dominant groups in society. Worship of new deities means, like, many of you are follower of Krishna. There are many who are the followers of Lord Ram. There are others who are followers of Shivji. So there are people who are followers of different deities, and accordingly, it depended on the king also. It used to depend on king also, right? King is the follower of which deity, and accordingly, huge beautiful temples were constructed. Their knowledge of Sanskrit text earned the Brahmins a lot of respect in society. Their dominant position was consolidated by the support of their patrons. Who were their patrons? Rulers searching for prestige. So Brahmins have been given a very high place in the society. Firstly, because of their knowledge in Sanskrit, because of their knowledge in Vedas, right? And they often received a lot of support from the kings who wanted to be, kings who wanted not to just rule a territory, but also to rule the people's heart. So these, they were supported by these rulers a lot, rulers who were in search of prestige. This period saw the emergence of the idea of bhakti, of a loving personal deity that devotees could reach without the aid of priest or elaborate rituals. Merchants and migrants first brought the teachings of the Holy Quran to India in the 7th century. Muslims regard the Quran as their holy book and accept the sovereignty of the one God, Allah, whose love, mercy, and bounty embrace all those who believe in Him without regard to social background. So, even, Muslim culture was coming to India slowly and slowly. Many rulers were patrons of Islam's and the ulama, learned theologians and jurists. And like Hinduism, Islam was interpreted in a variety of ways by its followers, right? Now, there were even, a lot of interpretation in Islam as well, right? Uh, like, people used to interpret it according to their own convenience. There were Shia Muslims who believed that the Prophet Muhammad's son in law, Ali, was the legitimate leader of the Muslim community, and the Sunni Muslims who accepted the authority of the early leaders, Khalifas of the community, and the succeeding Khalifas. There were other important differences between the various schools of law in theology and mystic traditions. right? So what we get to know about these slides? We get to know about two major religions. The one which was existing in India, that was your Hinduism, right? And how Brahmins have gained a very high position in the society, and how they have gained that position in the society with the help of their supporters, the kings, the rulers, who were in search of pride, right? Who wanted to be good in the eyes of people. Then we are talking about another religion which had come to India through merchants, through traders, and through invaders. And how, like these rulers who were existing in India, and these rulers who were coming to India, they were the followers of Muslims, right? So they even brought Muslim religion to India, right? And similarly, people got to know, like Hinduism is interpreted by its followers. Similar was the case in Islam also, right? Because even Islam was divided, the followers were divided, right? There was a certain section of the follower which believed in one thing, and there was the another section of the follower of Islam which believed in the other, right? So interpretation was there in Islam as well. Now, your homework: glimpse of ancient India. Now, this is the homework which you will do in poster format. This is the caste system which I was talking about. The Brahmins are there, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, the Shudras, and the Dalits. Right? And this is your ancient India. The architecture, the religion, agriculture, mathematics and astronomy, and medicine. Now, I want both these posters in the poster format, a beautiful poster of the caste system of India and the key achievements of India. This work, you will do it properly and you will submit it to me by tomorrow. And if you have any query, you can contact me through your WhatsApp group. Thank you.